Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. James Cameron, the director of the movie Titanic, he speaks about the submersible and the incident with OceanGate that just happened. 5 people inside a sub just imploded around the Titanic that were going down to see it. But Cameron gives the best insight I've heard yet about what happened to this submersible, aka sub. I'm going to play this clip and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
OceanGate shouldn't have been doing what it was doing. I think that's pretty clear. I wish I had been more vocal about that, but I think I was unaware that they weren't certified because I wasn't really studying it. I wasn't really interested. Stockton Rush asked me if I wanted to go out there and dive this season. I wasn't interested. There was a lot of concern about this outfit and this sub. A lot of concern, even to the extent that I wasn't involved in it because I was making Avatar 2 at the time, but a lot of them got together and wrote a letter to OceanGate and said, you have to certify. You cannot take people down. It's irresponsible, and it could lead to catastrophe. Monday morning, when I first found out about the incident, got on a whole bunch of calls and emails. It's a small community. Within an hour and a half, I had the following information. They were on descent. They were at 3,500 feet. They lost comms and tracking. The last one being the critical one, because the transponder that's used to track a sub during descent and on the bottom is a fully autonomous system. It's in its own pressure housing and it has its own battery power. So for them to lose comms and tracking at the same time, sub was gone. There was no question in my mind. For days, I tried to run other scenarios that could account for it. I could come up with nothing. So the next thing I did was contacted a few more people and managed to track down, there are acoustic networks around. Some are research, some are intelligence. We got confirmation within an hour that there had been a loud bang at the same time that that comms were lost. A loud bang on the hydrophones, loss of transducer or transponder, loss of comms. I knew what happened. Sub imploded. I sent emails to everybody I know. I said, we've lost some friends. The sub is imploded. It's on the bottom in pieces right now. I sent that out Monday morning. I never believed in that technology of wound carbon fiber, wound filament, cylindrical hull. I thought it was a horrible idea. I wish I'd spoken up, but I assumed somebody was smarter than me, because I'd never experimented with that technology, but it just sounded bad on its face because we make pressure hulls out of contiguous material, steel, titanium, ceramic, acrylic. And so you can model it, you can do finite element analysis of it. And, you understand the yield properties, you understand the number of cycles that it can take. But you can't do that with a composite material because it's two dissimilar materials, sort of bonded together. And so we all knew that the danger was delamination and progressive failure over time with microscopic water ingress and fatigue, what they call cycling fatigue. And we knew that if the sub passed its pressure test, it wasn't going to fail on the first dive. It might fail on dive 7, or I don't know what they're at, but it's going to fail over time, which is insidious. You don't get that with steel or with titanium. Now there's one wreck lying next to the other wreck for the same.
So James Cameron, has a lot of experience. He's been down in submersibles multiple times. Matter of fact, he's been down the farthest into the ocean. No one has been farther down than him. That's what's being reported. So he knows about this stuff. And he said it's inevitable that the submersible would implode, wear and tear, strain. He's talking about the way it was built. So sad what happened to these 5 people. The CEO, Stockton Rush, he probably rushed to get people down there for profit. Profit over safety. Stockton Rush. I don't know. This needs to be looked at most likely. Do you think it should be regulated, this industry? Do you think people should still continue to go down and check out the Titanic? James Cameron, he knows his stuff. And, you know, they heard a boom and imploded. Very, very sad. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. Covering this tragedy. I got a lot of videos up, so check them out. Been following this case since Monday. What happened here? And what are they going to do to prevent this from happening again? We will talk soon. Stay tuned.